Yo, what's up, y'all? What's goody? I'm waiting on the other host to arrive right now. Anyone in the chat? Comments right here. Yo, if you in the chat, if you can hear me, let me get a one. Dang, what these jokers at? What's up, y'all? Anybody in the chat? I'm waiting on the other two hosts right now. A day. And my boy Shares. Yo, yo. I'm in here. I'm here. 4 people, 4 guests. Yo, can y'all hear me? Let me know. The Newark Star. I'm about to check. That's an old one. I got 5 people in here. Y'all waiting on these guys. Yes. Is that Ray? Ray, what's up, Ray? We're going to talk about the candidates, all the elections this year. It's an election on the 21st, April 21st, May 12th, June 2nd, November 3rd. So we got 4 elections this year for Newark residents. Hello, we can hear you back. Yeah. So we got 4 elections for Newark. 4 elections in Newark this year. I plan to chat. All my boys here. Add to stage. Add to stage.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, bro? Can you
not
see
much.
me?
I can see you. I'm gonna cam up in a minute.
Word.
Real quick.
All right. Yo, yeah, yo, we got 4. We have 4 elections this year. The 21st of April, that's school board. May 12th, that's the municipal council. So we have a mayor and 8 seats, 3 at large, 5 wards. We have the primaries on June 2nd and on November 3rd. So we're going to chat about that. Y'all going to learn some things. Hope everyone is having a good day out there. We back doing another episode of Newark Star. I came up with this idea because there's another show in Newark called All Politics is Local, and I was on their live stream one time, and I don't know, it felt a little biased. I felt that they just was providing information one way, so I just reached out on Facebook, and I put a post like, "Yo, we should create our own local news type publication," and I started doing some research on names, and I came up with the Newark Star, and that's like a derivative, or that was inspired by an old publication called the North Star that existed in the early 1900s. So I just created the Newark Star, and I reached out on Facebook, and these 2 gentlemen reached out and said that they was interested in going live and having some conversations about local Newark politics. So here we are. Yep. Got a comment. Yep, exactly. So we got 421 school board, May 12th municipal, June 2nd primary, 11-3 election. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. What's up, bro? Where's a day? I need to hit him up. A day is running for school board.
You not? He's not on.
No, he's not on right now. But we can chat whenever you're ready. We can start chatting.
All right, cool. I'm here, so I'm just packing up.
All good, man. What's up, chat? 8 people in here. Thanks for pulling up on a late notice. We just posted it today. We were supposed to do it last week, but things be getting weird out here. Yeah, I know I'm out here campaigning. That's going well. I have no complaints there. I'm getting my petition signed. You only need 100. So for all of those seats in the municipal election, you only need 100. And right now we have 41 candidates for Newark's municipal election on May 12th. 41 candidates. That's crazy. I'm excited.
Man, that's shocking me a little bit. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
you. It only needs 100 signatures. I was like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. You only need 100. Wait, so how's that process going with you?
Man, and on honestly, I could
Actually, wait, do you mind if we just wait till you came up so people can
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a second here before we get into
All
that.
good, all good. I can keep trying to hold people's attention. Everybody in the chat, what's up? Let me know who's watching if y'all willing to hold me some company before he comes on the camera. Still waiting for a day. I'm excited for y'all to talk to him. He's a very knowledgeable brother. He's running for school board. Yeah, all 3 of us is running, so we also want to use this platform to get our ideas out there. We were supposed to go 8 to 9:30, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, man, I'm just closing up shop.
Nah, you good, man.
Managing things is a little different.
Nah, you good. What you was at work? Oh, how many school? I think there's 3 school board seats open. I think there's 3 school boards. Yeah. We had 800 MPS students leave as per article. Yeah, I saw that. 800 students left the district. Some say they left the state. And, whew. But why did they put the emphasis on those students being bilingual? What was that about? I don't know why they put that in the title. Why they wanted to emphasize that the students were bilingual. Just gotta watch these news reporters. They play games like that. So I should have checked out the article. Coaching up the invitation. Thursday. Yep. So I did see the article. I mean, Roger Leon got that contract extension. I can't believe that went through. I can't believe how they did that. So Exodus. That's funny because I seen this woman named Asia Thornton. I actually seen Asia a few times. I think she was on the school board. She's running for South Ward Council. So that's good. We have a lot of young people out there running for council. So this May is gonna be so interesting. 41 candidates, y'all. That's crazy. 41 candidates. Yeah, you met her once? Yeah, she seemed like a cool person. Asia Thornton. She was on the school board. I think she's a lawyer. She works in the Gateway Center. That's where I saw her at. I met her about a year and a half. About 15. Like when I first started running for city council, I met her. So, but these other candidates, oh man, then it's like 10 candidates for mayor. I'm looking at this list. I don't even know a lot of these people, but that's gonna be fun.
People can see my face a little bit.
Yo, there he is.
Yo.
There he is. A day is here too. Okay, it's a party.
Yeah,
now.
my bad.
Nah, you good, man. You good.
Yeah.
Who are they? Yeah, I mean, I don't. So we're gonna chat about some of the candidates. I mean, we can get into it now. Yo, do you know any of the other candidates that are running of the any of the 41 candidates that are running besides yourself? Let's get
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. Let's.
How
Yeah.
many do you know? Let's talk about it.
All right. You want me to be honest?
Yeah,
Uh,
wait, I'm about to put the chat. I'm gonna put the link in the comments and let me know if y'all could get to it. I just posted the link. I don't know if it's gonna show up as a link, but and then y'all can see the candidates on that link right there.
yeah, 'cause I can look myself. And I can definitely tell you.
Oh yeah, it went through.
I know one. That's
Yeah, how
people.
many do you know?
That's people got certified. That's people said now.
Yep, if you
One,
scroll to the bottom, yeah, y'all can see the full list.
two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Dang.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Dang.
Including myself, I know 28 of them.
28 of the 41 people you know?
I know, yeah. I know or I know of in some capacity. Yeah.
Yeah, someone said, please, let's be serious in your discussion. Newark is at a crossroads on all level. Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. The goal is to always be serious, but I think one thing I know from my perspective, I'm not going to stress myself out over this because I think a lot of let's see, like a lot of the blame should go to people acting more serious than they actually were and just messing up our city. So I think we need a complete new culture in City Hall. And I don't know. I think the easiest way to trick us is to act like you so serious and then you end up lying to us. So we do want to be serious, but we also want to like be ourselves and also not be so serious as times. Like I would rather be more transparent and honest than serious. But
Hmm.
that's what but it's also like people think maybe because we're younger. Well, I'm 37. I think people probably think because we're younger that like if we joke or if we like make fun of things, it's like, oh, we're not serious. It's just no, that's how we communicate, bro. We grew up online communicating just like that.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. I'm 36. I'll be 37 in
Okay.
August.
And this guy is like you like I don't know the way you communicate is like people
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
bro,
yeah.
people think I'm like controversial. I'll be like, yo, I am not controversial. I just like I say things and I guess people don't like the truth, but I'm definitely not controversial.
Yeah, man. I look. If people go low, I go to hell. I don't care. People can say what they want, say how they look. It is what it is. Hey,
Okay, so how did like it's your time to lead the younger generation. Yup, exactly. It's our time to lead. See, thank you for the support.
thank
That's the
you,
type of support we need right there.
thank you.
Wait, so I mean, I know you just said 25 of the 40 people running
Including
for
myself, 28.
including yourself, 28. So wait, and that's because you ran before, right?
2014, I ran.
You ran in 2014. So what's the difference between now and 2014?
The difference between now and 2014 is one, we needed way more signatures.
Yeah.
that that's number one. I had to get like 350 signatures, and I ended up with 600. Um,
Mm.
Two, it was like 14 of us running back then. And I think at the time of 2014, it was a shift in kind of in Newark politics because we was coming off of the Cory Booker era, and people wanted somebody homegrown. People wanted something fresh, even though it was not really fresh because these people were around in politics for years. Um, I just felt like in that particular atmosphere, it was a sense of unity, even though it did get hectic. It was very much Street Fight 2.0. Um, and I felt like we were on the in the middle of the battle of local control and all that stuff. So all that stuff was tied in into one. Um, when
Wait,
it
so
came to
you ran against the Ross ticket?
yeah, I wasn't on their ticket, so yeah, I read yeah,
Yeah, right. So you ran against them,
yeah,
and you ran for what? The Central,
Central War, yeah,
and you were on the ballot.
yes.
And did you make it to the like? Did you have a debate?
Oh, I killed the debates.
Oh, you
That was
killed the
one.
debates.
Yeah, oh, that was one of the reasons why I actually like I gained my recognition for real was through
Okay.
the debates because at that time we did the NAACP debate, we did Society Hill, we did
Mm,
New Community, and then well
okay.
this company not around no more, but Cablevision was a big thing
Oh,
back
yep,
in the day. So that was like televised locally.
yep.
So everybody was like watching it. So that was like when they seen that, it was like it was ball game.
Wait, so you ran against Gail Cheneyfield?
Gail Chaneyfield was on Raz's ticket. Andre Spate, who's a Central Ward Democratic chair, he was on. God damn, I can't believe I don't forgot this man's name. Damn it. He was on another mayoral candidate ticket.
Shavar Jeffries?
Shavar Jeffries. Boom. He was on Shavar Jeffries' ticket. And there was 14 of us running. We all got we all got certified. And I said at that time we had to get 350 signatures.
And it was 14 of y'all on the ballot.
Yeah, we all got certified.
Wait, so like how'd you do?
I think I did good. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think I was gonna win because I already knew how the atmosphere was as far as where the political landscape was. My thing at particular moment was to make my name known. I was 24. I was turning 24 that year.
Okay.
So my thing was to make my name known, let them know that young people. It is a lot of young people in this city who actually want to be involved, and we have ideas, and we're politically astute. Oh, so that was really my goal, honestly speaking.
Okay. Okay. Yo, a day, what's up, bro?
What's good? What's good?
What's up, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just
Yes.
chatting, warming everything up, talking about the 2014 race. So wait,
Very.
so like you're not used to four or like you are used to 41 people running in since like you kind of seen it before, just throughout all of every election.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's always, I mean, as far as putting out petitions, there's always a good 40, 50, 60 people. Now,
Okay.
not saying all those people got certified, but there's always between 40 and 60 people who actually pull out petitions.
Okay, 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 okay. So
Yeah.
41, that's not okay, so that's nothing new. And at 100, I mean, at 100 signatures, everybody should get
Everybody should get certified.
certified.
Yeah, everybody should get certified.
Yeah, everyone should get certified. So do you think there's going to be debates for every ward like this year?
Um, I will hope so, but I doubt it. I don't see as how things are looking. It don't look like there would be a debate in the East because Mike Silva is the only person who pulled out petitions, and he's the sitting council person. I'm sure there will be one in the South. I'm sure there will be one in the Central. I'm sure there'll be one in the West. Um, I'm sure there'll be how they're going to break up the at-large debates. We're gonna have to wait and see about that one because that's gonna be crazy. Because that's where the most candidates pulled out petitions from. And then you got the mayoral debates. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. The question is if is certain people gonna show up.
Yeah. Yeah, they asking y'all, well, they actually they asking y'all for more light in y'all background, but they're driving home. I think everyone's driving home from
Yeah,
work,
I'm
right?
driving home. I'm like literally 40 seconds from my house.
Yeah, I'm like 7 minutes out. The lights
Nah,
will
it's
be on.
good.
You'll see me.
They said, can you guess adjust their lighting? And then
Yeah,
so
I'm like 40 seconds.
wait, let's chat about are we gonna talk about school board a day after this? So that's gonna be a fun chat. Someone said Isn't it a mathematical certainty that the Baraka machine sit on 13,000 votes in the safe and 41 candidates in the race that Baraka will sweep this election? What you think about that?
No, because if you want to be honest, Quintana, who's the council at large, remember he gets more votes than Raz by
Yeah, that's
himself.
what someone said.
So that's not true at all. And just because somebody vote for Raz don't mean they vote for his ticket. And people may vote for certain people on his ticket, but may not vote for him. So
Yeah.
it's not
You
a sure
know,
thing.
I think depending on the number of people that get certified, scary things can happen because of so many people. So
Hmm.
we've seen some weird elections nationwide that I'm really excited that it's so many people that are choosing to step into the ring because something scary can and most likely will happen this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
I think that
yeah.
100 signatures gonna come and bite them back. I think the 100 signatures for everybody's gonna come back to bite them in the butt. I truly think that.
I mean, I thought the same thing. I thought all of the all of the people that are running, I think they make it really, really interesting. But people on Facebook keep talking about this boogeyman guy, and like they're referring to Midi Baraka. They think this guy's like RFK, man, or not RFK, John F. K's brother when he was running his campaign.
Yeah, yeah,
So
hmm
like they think
Bobby Kennedy.
he's like, yeah,
Bobby
exactly, Bobby
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Yep.
hmm
They think he's like the best campaign manager of all time. So the narrative is that he has a bunch of spoilers in these races. But it's like, how can these spoilers like hurt anything? I guess that's what Walter Jacobs tried to do last election. Like
hmm
technically he was the spoiler. So it's
But,
like how
that's
does
it.
that work? Like why would they put so many people in like in the
Let,
running and didn't have them drop out at the last minute? Like how does that help them?
well, let them say you were the spoiler.
I know that,
Right.
yeah, they did try to say that. Yeah, I know.
Nah, but it comes from the logic that you get somebody who is just outside of like your voting base that will just eat up those who will just vote against you. So if it's 7 people in the election and the incumbent is one of them, and you have a plant that the eats up the base that is, let's say, 60% of people vote against the incumbent, but you got that vote split up between 6 people, then that's how they can play the spoiler.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in
So
that. I believe people vote for who they want to vote for at the end of the day.
hmm
I
Yep.
mean that's why something like ranked choice ballot was solved that where
That too.
like so like ranked choice ballot or like that's just this or on the ranked choice voting is this idea that you can list your candidates in order from the most preferred to the least preferred. So
hmm
if I have a favorite candidate and he probably doesn't have a like the greatest chance of winning, I can still vote for them number one. But then once they realize that that person is not going to get elected, your vote will go to your second preferred
Second.
candidate.
hmm
So ranked choice voting allows you to still vote for your favorite candidate, but you don't have to technically waste the vote. So we like that's the thing. A bunch of our laws are outdated, and when I'm looking at all of these seats, if I don't see anyone that's talking about that, I just question why they're running. Because we need to update some of these laws. We need to update our culture, and if no one's talking about that, it's hard for me to even have some of these conversations because I think that's the most crucial part of our city right now is just updating some of our outdated laws and changing some of our systems. Thoughts? I know I'm yelling.
But
What y'all think? What y'all
nah,
think? Like, what else is important? Like, seriously, like, what else is important other than modernizing our government so we can be prepared for the future?
we have to really become like our government in the city of Newark could do so much for so many people, and intentionally it does so little, and it does it for so few. I think when you stop taking care of the people, like that's why people don't come out to vote. Like I think it all aligns. Like so you have a transparent government where people just know what's going on. They don't have to call downtown and talk to like 8 people for a simple process. Like I think is we're overdue for a new in the city of Newark. I think that's the energy that we collectively represent.
Teaching civics starting junior high. Yeah. So like, do you? All right. So you at the Boys and Girls Club? Is there
Mhm.
any civics program in there?
So what I get to do is I'm the program director, so I get to be creative in different ways. So I have different focuses and initiatives that I tell my staff that I want to implement. So in election years, I tend to have civic programs that are run 6 to 8 weeks where our kids are learning about their local elected officials and the actual process. And then as I'm communicating with these kids, it's baffling that they're not learning this stuff in school.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was supposed to be in the curriculum when they passed a ordinance to allow 16-year-olds to vote, but apparently that's not being enforced.
Yeah, but you're asking the same system that can't teach them to read to also teach them
Yeah.
like it's a setup.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
If I
So,
can't trust you to teach my kid how to read and do math, like well, I'm not gonna trust you to teach them how to make informed decisions as a voter, which is
someone
why
said
70 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds came out to vote.
someone said answer the question. 6 to 8 weeks is not enough. Yeah.
I mean, that's it's not, but for what we do in after school, that's our rotation of like programs. That's
Hmm.
best for after school programs. Again, after school programs isn't school.
Yeah.
We're just there to supplement some of the stuff that they should be learning, or some of
Yeah.
the things that they're not.
Yeah. That's the Boys and Girls Club. I was there today. That's the reason why I asked. Someone said, I think they should give teachers, educators more power in how the school system is structured. Who? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk. All right. Let's chat curriculum. Right? Is it like how do we get curriculum change in our schools? Like, what's that process like? That goes through the school board.
Yeah. So it can be led on a few fronts. It can be a parent led initiative where parents come together and advocate that they want certain things. Like you see some of these districts banning books or not banning books all over the state. Um, but at the end of the day, curriculum is reviewed by the board. It's a committee that focuses just on that. And that was required by the state, but was also requested by the public. So,
So
like the
yeah,
16
yeah.
year old vote initiative, that came with curriculum that they said would be um, would be added when it comes to like teaching civics, in addition to what they already were teaching in the schools or lack thereof.
Okay, so what's your
I think
thoughts
you're on mute.
on wait, can you hear me?
No.
I can hear
Yo,
you.
you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Ade, you can't hear me?
They can't hear.
Nah, he can't hear me? No? Dang, I got a real good question I want to ask him. I want to ask him what's his thoughts on adding what's his thoughts on adding blue collar education to our classrooms? Let me see.
What happened?
Age. Okay. Wait, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me a day? Yeah, let's tell him to leave. Let's tell him to leave and come back. Let's
Yeah,
see. Like, can you get that message to him?
yeah, yeah. Hold on.
Westside High School just started a spa and hair studio for their students. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But how do we put that into the like curriculum? Like, is that a program? Like, how can we just give? So Bernard, like, my question is like, how do we like? How do we make sure kids leave with some type of skill? Because right now, you can question if our students are actually leaving schools with some type of skill. So that's what I want to learn. Like, if they're not gonna be able to read, like maybe they can build a house or have some type of skill that they can go make money from. Teacher autonomy. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that? Teacher autonomy versus a system that we think could work based on data and he's back. Add to stage. Yo, yo, you back? You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we back. Yeah, so what's the thoughts? Okay, so teacher autonomy or us like the city finding a structure that works and could be replicated throughout all schools. Like how important is teacher autonomy? Let's chat about that. Who want to take this one?
Um,
I'll respond once I get upstairs.
All right, you good.
okay, because you had me. I didn't know you was about to talk or not. Um,
Because Bernard
so
Clark said it's the only way. And I feel like he's right if we're not in a strong system. But hopefully you can have a system that encourages teacher autonomy somehow. Like maybe you could do both.
yeah, I was about to say. I think the problem is the lack of input in our curriculum from the community and the teaching profession. I think if we actually took the time as as the superintendent, the elected school board, the county school board, and the state school board, um, and actually sit down and have a discussion on not just the data that's presented, but what's actually working and not working. I think the teaching within our schools would be a lot different. And it also gives the teachers the flexibility on teaching the curriculum that's presented. One of the things that I enjoyed growing up in Newark, as far as teaching is concerned, is that you can tell when teachers had had the understanding of what it was that they were teaching, and they enjoyed what it was that they were teaching. Um, and I think now because it's so many different curriculums and rules and what you can do and can't do and what's offensive and what's not offensive and what's truth and what's not truth, it leaves people almost on eggshells. And to answer your question, I was a substitute teacher for 2 years in the city of Newark. Um, so yeah, I think if we start with that, I think it'll change a lot of things because I'm a person who most of my education came from the Gifted and Talented program at Louise A. Spencer under Principal Brown. Um, so
Same.
so a lot of my experiences and how I feel about education um, comes from what I experienced at that particular school, from his leadership and the leadership of Ms. Guyton and other teachers within that school. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I want to chat with a day because he is running for school board, and there are three seats. And people, if people want to know, the school board, they control policy, they control spending. So the $1.5 billion budget that we're going to have this year, the school board will be in charge of spending that or determine how it gets spent. They also choose the superintendent.
Hmm.
And like, let's talk about Roger Leone. Like, do you think he's doing a good job? And do you have a relationship, or like, have you ever met Roger Leone? Yeah, no, nobody want to talk about Roger Leone. Y'all
You talking about?
scared?
No, no, I thought you were just asking today. That's why I didn't say nothing. I thought you,
Nah, like, I don't know. I think
because
he's
you.
having some issues. I think he's having
Okay.
some issues.
I know Roger Leone. Um, he wasn't my choice, my first choice for superintendent of Newark. My first choice at the time when they were looking for a superintendent was somebody by the name of Dr. Erskine Glover. Um, he's now down at Piscataway Township as their superintendent now, and then before that he was at Hillside. And then he was up here as he worked his way through the school system. As far as teaching is concerned, he's a teacher, then assistant principal, then principal, and then he moved up to being an assistant superintendent. Um, so he was my choice. Um, I think when you look at the numbers in which our third and fourth graders are not at reading level, they're not at math level, when we have our high school students who are not prepared for not only college readiness, but real world readiness, when you look at teacher retention, when you look at the climate in which our students are put into, and the different things that are happening within that environment as far as bullying, racism, and what is not being done to combat these things, you have to sit down and have an honest conversation with the person who's leading our schools. And sometimes you have to take your personal feelings on how you feel about somebody out the equation and say to yourself, what's best for the students in this community in this school system. And if it was up to me and I was on the school board, I don't think I would have extended his contract.
Okay.
I was to be completely honest.
Yo, so we got Bernard in the chat, right? And all right, let's read some of Bernard's. And also, we have Ray in the chat as well.
But oh god, I really don't want to go back and forth with this man.
Oh, you know Bernard.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah, he's a
Bernard.
troll.
Oh, Bernard's a troll.
I really don't.
Listen, Bernard. Listen. All of his comments seem reasonable so far. But let's chat about it. He Let's read some of the most
No,
interesting
so
ones I
let
see
me.
here. Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Go
want
ahead. Go
to
ahead. Go
add.
ahead.
I just want to add to. So when you talk about teacher autonomy, you have to have leadership that's above them that cares about their voice. So if you don't have that, if you have first, if you don't have that at the principal level, if you don't have that at the assistant superintendent level, and ultimately if you don't have that at the superintendent level, all of that doesn't matter. We could want teacher input all we want, but if that's not the direction of the people who actually can implement that, then like we're just talking. And I think based off of the feedback that I got, like that's what it is. That's what it is in the district. And I
So, a
think,
day, is that something that you campaign on, though?
yeah.
No?
So one of the things that people that I talk to resonate well with is that they're tired of the current superintendent. That he has he takes care of his people, whatever that means, but not everybody else. And it's a lot more everybody else than it is his people. And I think when you have that, when you have the issues that you've had dealing with race in a city like Newark, I think it's just time. I think it's just time for something different. I think we he got us through COVID, and we're not. How many years do we have to wait to say like, nah, we can't fail year after year? I can see if it was like less than 50% or closer to 50% of the kids can't read, and that's the numbers that we're going with. But after a while, like you just need something new. Like you look at all the turnover, for instance, in the NFL. Like when people don't get it done, they don't have their job. And in the city of Newark, there's a lot of people who don't know how to do their job that still have a job, and it just impacts so many people. So, like, yes, I'm campaigning that as soon as I'm getting in there, like, I'm holding his foot to the fire every single chance that I get. He's going to be so uncomfortable. If he doesn't hate me now, he will hate me when I'm a board member.
So you're saying that the current board members are incapable of doing this because they're like changing votes behind the scenes. Like what's up with
Like,
that? Like, what do
let's
you?
be serious. Let's be serious. Like, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, you got to be able to stand on what you believe. And I don't believe they believe in anything that is beneficial to the people of North. That was an amazing opportunity. I mean, you were there and I was watching online. So you know what the people were saying, what the sentiment was. So, like, if you're gonna say you made an emotional decision in the moment, all right, cool. But it's also one that was valid because, again, if I see that many people coming against somebody's job, I'm like, what are they doing? I need to assess this differently. I think we should pause, let them finish out their term, and then at the end of the contract say, hey, let's look about renewal. But there was no reason to renew his contract. There was no reason to change the vote. And once that vote was changed, they quickly probably already had the contract signed, sent it to the county superintendent, and submitted it. So now we're stuck with him.
Mm.
So
So
and I saw
yeah,
I heard you guys talking about it earlier, where we're losing kids in the district, um,
it
but
was. So the
opening more
report
schools.
was 800 bilingual students left the district or left the state. Why did they put the emphasis? Why did they put the emphasis on bilingual? Do you know?
I think it's just real. I think we have a lot of people who speak English as their second language. That's already a challenge in itself, right? If you don't speak English navigating this country in itself, then when you have a child who needs extra resources like IEPs, you have to fight that and you don't speak the language. So I think it's a lot of parents who are navigating that system of special education and being bilingual where English isn't their first language, and they're just fed up. Like, this isn't the district. How ironic is it that for those parents, this isn't the district for them? So if they can't get the resources that they need, what about the black kids as well?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I was at a community meeting in the South Ward this weekend. I was invited to a community meeting hosted by the Number Blocks Association, and I just thought I was going to be in there talking to community members. And one of the RA supporters stood up, and I think they sent this guy. He's just like, "How do you feel about our mayor getting illegally arrested at Delaney Hall?" I was like, bro, I was like, bro, like, I was not expecting that at all. But I took a deep breath and I answered his question, and it just made me realize that how gimmicky our local elections has become. It's just everything is a gimmick, man. It's like a show. You can't have real discussions because y'all saying there's people like Bernard out there. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Bernard.
I
I
know
have
Bernard.
Bernard. I
I know
have
Bernard.
Bernard blocked. I have Bernard blocked because I had no idea who he was. And then someone vouched for Bernard, so I went and unblocked
He's a real
Bernard.
person. He's a real person. I know who he
Okay.
is.
Oh, you know Bernard. Okay.
I've seen him, so I've not had any interactions outside of like when he did the whole like we don't know each other, so like don't play with me like that.
So yeah, listen, man, we
Oh
got
man.
so we got 9 people in the chat right now. Bernard is in there. Someone said, "What are the systems for getting rid of admin who aren't performing well? How do we get rid of them legally?" It's just nothing to do but vote, right? It's nothing that the people can
Mhm.
do. Because if you talk about the administrate, if you talk about Roger Leone, he's appointed by the board, right?
Mhm.
And he negotiates that contract with the board. So like they go on contract basis. So we have to wait his term out. And then like how's that work? A day? Like someone or
So
or
there
or like is
there
that an
was
appointment of the mayor? I heard, right?
no. So I
No.
mean, collectively, there's some influence from all political folks of like who the superintendent would be, but it is the responsibility of the board. Um, when it's a vacancy, it's like an application process, a vetting process, and then the board selects who they deem the next best leader. But I mean, once they're in, it's just again like when we have moments to fight them. Like if you don't agree with him, show up to the meetings in which they're trying to back deal his contract. That's twice that's happened that they've
Mhm.
been able to do this. And I'm trying to figure out for the love of God, as far as like when can we come together and say enough is enough? I think there's enough people in the city of Newark, but it's just about activating those people. I think there's more people who actually disagree with what's going on. We just got to figure out creative ways to get them to vote when it's April, when it's May, when it's June, when it's November.
Yeah. Someone, mom on a mission. How do we get cameras and special education cameras? And I think I know why that question is being asked because, like, if like there's rules that teachers can put their hands on students in these special education classes, and
Mhm.
a lot of times that may turn into, "Mom, they did this." Let me add them back.
Yeah, those
So
were like IEPs and stuff.
yeah, exactly, right. So the idea is that if you put a camera in these special education in these special ed classes, then you can see what's really going on, and it's not as easy to blame the students for misbehaving when sometimes these are just horrible teachers. So how, like, what's the policy of putting these cameras in these classes? Is that a state thing a day?
I think it's dicey in the sense of like I think for most people that I think the implementation would be kind of like how body worn cameras came about, right? Like you had the police unions be almost against it initially, and most teachers don't want um, cameras in their classroom, even though it helps them at the end of the day. I think that's a issue that could be led by the community.
Hmm.
Privacy issues will come up, especially dealing with certain disabilities, and you have to get waivers and stuff from parents. But I'm all for it. Like, if you're in a space with a child, I mean, and we can see it, if you know how to do your job, you're just going to do your job. The camera won't matter. But you have those teachers who do some left field stuff that, again, the system protects them through the unions, through the district, through, like even trying to sue the district like it's so hard. Like if your child is hit as a teacher, as a parent, the process to even find out that your child was hit is so many barriers just in that in itself. And then when you find out, you got to talk to the principal. Oh, why didn't the principal notify me on time? Then you got to take it up to and they're just trying to sweep it under the rug. So like we just need people. We need to get people in position that can pull things like this off. I think the people that are there now don't care about the average voter, the average parent who child may be abused by aides. We see that all the time. unfortunately, especially with our students who are most vulnerable, our special needs students.
Yeah, someone said exactly. I like this dude. He knows what's up. Yeah. Yeah, he's running for school board, and that election is on April 21st. That's the first election of this year. There are 3 seats open,
Hmm.
and yeah, so he would love to have your
It's four
support.
seats. It's
Oh,
four
4 seats.
seats.
There's 4 seats open.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Um, the seat that was formerly taken by Dawn Haynes will be up
oh,
for
I forgot about
this
her.
year as well.
okay. So are you familiar with Asia Thornton? She used to be on the school board, right?
Norton,
Norton.
Norton, Norton.
Norton.
Norton, I'm tweaking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Asia. I'm
Ah.
sorry. I'm sorry. Are you familiar with her and her
Yeah,
time doing on the school board?
yeah.
Was she effective?
It's hard to say. I don't want to say she was ineffective, but there's so much that you can do when you play along with the game. I
Mm.
think it's hard to measure people who were on the slate as being ineffective or effective because they do what they can within the system that they can. So it's not like everybody is terrible, but everybody can't be as great as they can because the system is the way it is. The system of the slate and the selected board is they are who they are. So at the end of the day, when there's weird stuff going on in the district, they may feel compassion, but again, do are they in position to actually do something? And
So
I
you're
think when
saying
they end
that,
up leaving,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, so you're saying that when you go into these offices with relationships, there's only so much you can do because you can't speak out on things because when you tell the truth or when you try to speak out on things that are wrong, you would lose those relationships. That's what you're saying?
But yeah, basically, I'm saying if you've watched the board over the last few years, my favorite board member over the last few years was Crystal Williams. I think when she came on, she set it on fire. She spoke up, and when she was a part of the slate, they got her on. And then her next year for reelection, they said you was doing too much,
Mm.
so she
So,
wasn't a part of the slate.
okay, so with that, let me ask my boy CZ a question. I'm sorry for calling you CZ, bro. Sometimes I get I got listen. Check this out. So now Asia is going on, and we could talk about the other candidates too, but I think Asia is probably one of the most qualified people on that list, being that she was on the school board. She's running. She's running for South Ward right now, and I don't think she's running on a slate or on a team because I'm just assuming that I think Pat Council is running again, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So like
That's
so
actually exciting. I think she can do more. I think she's done a lot more since because she has that freedom now.
yeah, okay. Okay. So you think that experience on the school board is going to better prepare her to be bolder and take or like I don't want to say take more risks,
I don't.
but
So I haven't seen the list of who's running. So you even
I
saying her
have.
name lets me know like she's taking that step of like, no,
yeah,
I can
that's
stand
cool.
on my own.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, what you think, CZ?
Um, I like Asia. I've always liked her. I liked her. Well, I kind of knew of her before she even got on the school board. Um, but to piggyback off of that, I want to sound like a broken record. I think again when you are on a ticket and the way that the political game is played here in the city of Newark, is but so much you can do. And he gave a perfect example with Crystal. She got in there and she blew it up, and then it was like, all right, you got to go. And that's kind of the political climate that we're in today. But I not only do I fault the people who put her on their ticket, but I also fault the candidate because it's also your job and your duty to build your base. while you're in office and before office. Because again, you never know which way the wind's going to blow. And unfortunately for her, it blew her off the ticket. And back to Asia, I think Asia is very qualified for her experience on the school board. I think the stuff that she does in the community, she's educated. She has experience in the classroom. I think her legislative experience on the school board has helped and prepared her for whatever it is that she wants to do um, on city council. I don't know her platform. I haven't seen her platform. I'm just going based off of my personal experience with her, as far as what I saw her do on the school board and in the community. I think she's going to give Pat Council a good run for his money. she's going to
No, I
she's going to
agree.
she's going to give him a if there's no other candidate in that South Ward,
No, she has a
she's going
great
to give him a run.
profile.
Yeah, she's going to give
She
him
has
a
a
good
great
run.
profile.
And I don't even think she wants to be on anybody's ticket. I think she
Yeah,
wants.
Asia.
I personally think she wants to. I think she's one of those people. She wants to run independent. Like I said, I
You
haven't spoken to her, so everything is just what I'm assuming. It's an opinion of mine on how I feel. I don't think she would want to be on anybody's ticket. I think she wants to be her own think tank and actually have the freedom to be able to move and maneuver and express her ideas the way that she want to put forth.
Yeah, and if you've been watching her for the last few years since she's stepped down, I think she's been just navigating that as well. I think I give credit to people who's able to show up and do like the whole political dance. I can't. I know that's not my world. Like to be around people where I know it's fake and like it's just to be at places. But I think what she's been able to accomplish over the last years, both professionally and through civics or civic association, like that's a really strong profile for the South Ward. So
That's
that's
listen,
interesting to me.
listen. I think the next phase of our city is just a bunch of independent candidates. No more team politics because team politics have only proven to control these powers, to control these budgets, and exploit us. But if you got a bunch of independent candidates in these offices, you could really have debates that really focuses on helping people. Right now, it's not like that. It's more about maintaining these relationships. So if we get more of those independent candidates like CZ, Asia, like what you think, man? What you think?
No,
What you think, CC?
I just be laughing at Bernard, man.
Yeah. Bernard.
I just be laughing because
He said, "No one will
I got a
beat
bad poker
council
face.
in the South." Listen,
But
Bernard.
I just got a bad poker face.
here's the thing.
I just,
I think it's easy to say like machine politics is designed to make you feel like you can't do it. But if you look in history, history tells us that every giant has fell.
hmm
There's a time. There was a time where nobody thought that King Gibson would lose. There was a time where nobody saw Sharp James' demise. There was a time. There's going to be a time where Ras Baraka won't be at the helm anymore, and it's up to the next generation to be right there in position. Like it's so easy to say. Like again, like for me, like the South Ward, that's going to be an interesting race. Like
hmm
because it's so big, because there's so many areas. I love the South Central and West Wards because they're so diverse. There's so many different neighborhoods and pockets that might show up that typically, if you activate them at the right time in the right season, like they'll just blow up in election. Like nothing is guaranteed in politics. Like ask AOC, and I'm not even like the hugest AOC fan. Like
Yo,
Yo, all you gotta do
take
is
that,
laugh.
Bernard.
All
Take that.
you
Yo,
gotta do is laugh.
Bernard,
All you
Bernard
gotta do
said
is laugh,
Barack
bro.
will be mayor for the next 50 years.
All you got, I
Bernard
just
is something
laugh.
else.
the next
No,
50 years is an absolute stretch.
he a
Like,
troll, man.
bro, he would literally be over 100.
Like,
Bernard's a troll. But
Come on.
I think about AOC in 2018, Mandani last year.
Mm-hmm.
it's like it can happen again, man. It can happen, and we gonna try. But I wonder if, like, do we unofficially build a team by saying that, okay, this is what the next leaders of North should like basically like here's the profile that they should be have, right? Or like here's the ideas or things that they promote. Do we indirectly create that team by letting our constituents know that this is what we require in all candidates? So even if it's something like transparency or integrity, like is that creating a team indirectly? And I'm only asking because I think like we could take this individual approach and hope that all of us just do well, or we
Right.
can come together and educate the constituency and say, here is what you should be looking for in a candidate without us officially being on the team. Right? Like we can keep our independence while also saying, here are some of the things we just align on. Because in most cases, I mean, Asia, I know she worked at that law firm. That's where I seen it in the gateway. So she probably have access to some donors that could cut like $1,500 checks or something. So she may be okay, but there's other independent candidates who don't have access to that cash. But them being a part of, let's say, a think tank, and then that's something that like residents know exists. I wonder if that's a strategy to combat that machine as well.
Um, Me personally, I don't think anybody who's running this race outside of Quintana and maybe Anibal can win their seats alone. I'm just gonna be honest. And both of those, and I only say those two because they proved it. Um, I think and I'm going by personal experience in 2014 because myself, oh God, come on, myself, Rashawn Davis, Marquisa Quayle Lewis, and Jonathan Ciabra, we waited to the last minute to come together, hold a press conference, and form like this, like millennial coalition. Um, it was like the very last minute, and I think for anybody who's trying to unseat this current administration, and switch the tide to actually put the power back into the people, you're going to need a slate, and the right slate, as far as a combined team to motivate, empower, and energize the base in Newark, the unspoken and the silent voter and non-voter who don't come out and vote at all because they're just sick of the politics in Newark. Um, but that we have bracket bracket elections here in Newark. So in order for that to happen, it has to start with a person who's on the ballot for mayor. So that would be you. Let's just be transparent here. Shit.
Jamar, you gotta pick a team.
Let's just be people say we were too nice. Let's be
Jamar, you the slate.
transparent here. Yeah, so being that we're on here, you would
Yeah,
be the person.
crazy.
You would be the person since you pulled out petitions for mayor. You would be the person who would start those conversations on getting the right people to who are not only independent candidates themselves and who have independent vision, but understanding that even though they have an independent vision themselves, that they have to make sure that their vision align with your vision, as well. Um, and it doesn't mean that you have to have every every person for at large or every ward seat um, on your slate, but it does help to have some type of slate, of like-minded minds, who has a vision on how they want to move North in a different direction.
Listen,
Um,
man, I'll be like, I met with all these candidates. I had great conversations with them.
People will be
He,
forced.
he, You still looking at
I'm
Bernard,
looking at, but
man.
no, I'm gonna go ahead.
Now, listen, Bernard, thank you for being here, my brother. You definitely making his live more entertaining. Someone said synergistic independence. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would
Hmm.
do. I would
I
say,
like that.
I
I like that.
Yeah,
yeah, me
Trademark
too.
that. Trademark that. I don't want to steal it,
yeah.
Synergistic,
but that's hard.
yeah,
Hold
synergistic
on. Let
independence.
me
I
let me
like
let me
that.
let me take a picture of that. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, yeah, take a picture. And again, like that's what I would do. I would say I met with these candidates and I believe them. I'm not going to pick one, but here are the people I met with and here how the conversations went. And then I'll let the residents, just
Yeah, but then you're gonna
take
get
from
chewed
that
up
what
for
they could.
screenshotting, bro.
Huh?
I'm talking to Jamar. I'm messing with
You
you.
Oh,
say
You're gonna
I'm
get
going to get
chewed up
what?
for screenshotting when you
oh
meet with
yeah.
the candidates.
Wait, what does that mean? Oh yeah, yeah. I
Because
always
you
get.
you always screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But bro, listen. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's part of my brand because one thing I want to do is I want to live stream as much as possible. I
Hmm.
really want to live stream as much as possible to like go above and beyond when it comes to transparency and show residents and voters how decisions are actually being made. And if I can't live stream it, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna be like, hey, such and such didn't want to be on camera, but here's the conversation. I really want to share as much as I possibly can with residents. Someone said, agree with him, shared statement of values and unified list of concern, all of y'all together could work. Exactly. But it's like, what if the public came together and said, okay, here are the values I need in my elected officials? You know what it should be? I think the public should create some type of pledge, right? And this could be led by the citizens. And if a candidate don't sign his pledge, that should that should be telling.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
not really a team. It's like this was a pledge that was created by the candidates, and it's sort of like whoever signed that pledge, they become on this just like unofficial team that was again created by the residents, and it doesn't have to be from a mayor. What do y'all
Yeah.
think about that?
I think well, first I can tell you right now, you're not going to get a lot of people who are going to live stream with you when it comes to I can tell you that right now, when it comes to making deals, that ain't happening, bro. That is just not how
Well,
politics. That ain't
but that's
happening.
why things got to change, bro. That's what I'm saying. It needs to be a culture shift. And if I get in that seat, I'm going to do everything that is different from how they've been doing it. And if somebody doesn't want to be on live stream, it's okay because the residents are going to know. That's what I'm saying. I want to like
Just
share
a minute, bro.
everything with residents so they can help me come up with some of these decisions and not just me being isolated from them coming up with decisions.
I think what you can do is what you proposed, which was like it's almost like what the Democratic Party and the Republican Party should do, like a pledge. Um, if you can't get people to live stream after the discussion, whatever discussion you have with whatever said candidates, you're presenting your pledge to them as far as what you expect. But I think that comes in with the whole conversation of you and whatever said candidates that you're having a conversation with. And once that pledge is signed, that's a binding agreement. And I think once that contract is signed and that bonding agreement is agreed upon, you're able to now present it to the public. Um,
No, listen, this needs to be created by someone in the chat. Listen, someone in the chat, please reach out to me and we're going to work on a pledge and y'all are going to present it and I'm going to sign it and I'm going to try to pressure other candidates to sign it.
yeah, pretty much that.
So, you know what I mean? Like, mom on a mission. Is that Ashton mom? If that's Ashton's mom, then Ashton could be someone that can create it. Like it could be a pledge from the youth. Like it's like, hey, like this is what the youth of North want. Do you like just are you going to sign it or not? And we could put so much pressure where we can force them other candidates, them legacy candidates, to sign it as well. What do you think about that, man? I'm
What is
trying to
this guy
figure out a
talking about?
way. You still look, man. Charlie Kirk statue next to. Listen. Yo, Bernard, bro. Bernard, man.
Like,
First of all, he's a Republican. So you have to understand that
Bernard.
he's a Republican.
Listen,
So you
I
have to
think
understand that.
I think what we're gonna do, Bernard, we're gonna start ignoring you, man, because you kind of killing the vibe of the show. Talk about Charlie Kirk, man. And then you got CZ. CZ can't hide his face when he see those comments.
I have the
It's all
worst.
good.
I have the worst poker face in America. My poker face is bad.
Wait, someone
No,
said,
but this what I can
yeah, yeah,
say.
go ahead.
If the folks who are the real folks who are in the comments can come together and I will sign it. I will sign it because I'm again. It's
Same.
about the people saying this is what we want. And
Hmm.
if you,
Hmm.
as an elected official or an aspiring elected official, can't commit to what the people want, then
Yeah.
again, that is you're like, oh, nah, we can't mess with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. That should be telling. That should be telling. And I feel like it'll be fairly easy to like get some get some traction with a pledge like that, because especially if it's sensible and it's something that residents actually want. Oh man, that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's
So yeah, yeah, go
basic.
ahead.
I mean, yeah, I agree. It's putting the pledge together ain't that difficult. I
Hmm.
mean, your pledge is going to talk about what it is, what are the concerns of the residents, and that you're basically pledging to fight for said concerns. I mean that
Hmm.
it's not really it ain't really rocket science. And I mean, if everybody's going to be saying this, because everybody's pretty much going to be saying they're going to be fighting for the same things when this
Yep.
election season happens, you'll see. Then the pledge shouldn't be that difficult to sign. So yeah, I'd look if they put it together. I definitely have no problem signing.
Which
And you know what it comes down to is not only because again, you're gonna have that group of people who just sign because they want to be a part of it. Like we're also looking at what you do.
Hmm.
Like, what have you done? What's your actual impact? Like, Norkers feel like you gotta actually like be like all up in the scene and like, nah, it's
Hmm.
people out here really doing the work. Like, I love when you was posting Jamar your receipts. Like you got like I hate that we have to do that, but it's like I'm running for this position because my life has brought me here.
hmm.
Hmm.
Why would you think like I'm just so unserious that I'm coming from no background? Like I love seeing when people ask you like, are you really from Newark and things like that? Because it's like we got to get rid of that mindset. Like, does it really matter if he's actually from Newark? Like, because
I think
sometimes it's outsiders who deliver us better than the insiders, like the people who grew up.
But that question
I
is
think
important
people.
because we've been hurt by the outsiders so much that
Yeah, but
I was
we've
gonna
I
been
say
think
more
that.
hurt by people who have
that's
been
true.
here.
That's true.
It's
That's
more
true.
people who
That's
are
true
from
too.
North.
That's
I've
true.
I've never been robbed in North from an outsider.
That's true. That's true.
I ain't never been robbed in no knock on wood.
Well,
Like,
well, someone said you should do like a teacher's pledge. So is this one pledge or is this a different pledge for every community? I feel like one pledge makes sense. It's easy.
I mean, it's one pledge I think makes sense. I mean, well, you got to think you have a school board election and then you have a city council election. So I think that would be two separate pledges within itself. But I think, I
But
mean,
is
you
this
would.
a so like is this an elected official thing where it's like this is what I require of my elected officials and it's very high level. It's not really specific. It's like transparency, what communication, responsiveness, just some basic high level things.
Yeah, yeah.
Or do you think people can swindle their way out of things if it's not specifically stated? Because that's where I noticed people like doing here. They like to like playing with words and stuff just so they can make promises but not really commit to them. So
yeah,
do you need to be specific in the language?
I think so. This is what I would suggest to the people. If someone signs the pledge, if we're talking about let's just say three basic things. Let's say they say they're community focused, they're transparent, and they have leadership abilities. Like the next step of the pledge, that person has to show those three things. Like
Mm.
how, like how are you a leader? Like what part of your life, if you led a team or a group of people, like what policies that you want to introduce that is pro transparency. Like you got to show. You
Oh, I
can't
see
just
what you're
tell.
saying.
You're
I
like
see.
you. You got to show the
Okay.
people.
Wait, so all right, so do you mean like literally show them in a video, like make a video basically like basically like answering 5 questions, right? Like honestly, like what if it's like, hey, here are the 5 questions me as a resident or us as residents of Newark want to know about your candidacy. And it could be like who's funding you, right? So right, so like it could be transparent things like this, or it could be like, here is what I commit to once in office. Like, is that what
Mhm.
you mean by show? Or you mean by actually go like show during your campaign that you are committed
Well, some
to,
people don't make it that long to campaign, so
yeah,
like you got to lead with that.
yeah.
Because again, you say all these people pulling petitions, but it'll probably be well. It's different this year.
It's only
100
100,
signatures is
man. It's
crazy.
Only
it's
100, only
only
100 signatures.
and
But you know, I'll say this again. This bites them in the butt because 4 years ago, all of the at-large candidates went unopposed,
yeah,
and
Hmm.
that was wrong. Like you can't
yeah,
Hmm.
have again when it's extreme one side, it's gonna go the extreme opposite. So now they're
yeah.
gonna be mad that you have all these people in the election, and again, some of it is gonna siphon off of like votes that they could be getting as well. So it'll help everybody in the end.
So how many at large do we have? We have 12?
No, we got no, we running
Yeah.
way more than that. Way
Way
more
more
than
at
that.
large?
Yeah, it's close to 20. It may be over
20
20.
at large?
I
Yeah.
hope all 20 get certified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely close to 20. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 20. That's always the largest batch of people running that they're coming from the at large seat.
Dang, 20 at large. And then so basically how that works is the top four gets the seats.
I like
Well,
that question, Mac
well, it
mindset.
depends because if nobody gets that 50%, things go into a runoff.
Yeah. Wait,
But
what
that's why.
question you talk about, Ade?
Duh, 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 duh. Mac gave an example of sacred duty to youth. Acknowledge that our youth inherit the consequences of every decision I make. I pledge to acts of every policy. How does this serve children? This children's
Mm,
7 generations. I like that.
yeah,
Like
that's
that
okay. Hey,
specific.
yeah, exactly. Like that's how, ooh, that's good. That's good because what that does, it creates a framework of decision making that I don't think is happening right now. Right
Mhm.
now, how laws are getting passed in our city is just like Big Dog wants this signed, so we have to sign it. Like that's how it works,
Mhm.
right? Like it's not independent. I don't think much debate is happening behind closed doors about these things.
Mhm. I mean, you can just look at. I mean, you could just look at the council meetings, and it tell you everything you need to know on
Yep.
how these things where everything is yes, 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 yes. Every
Mm-hmm.
like it's so bad that the people in the comments and the people who are actually present at the council meetings, they're like literally typing it or shouting it out like yes, 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 because they already know how the voting is going to go down, and that is sad.
Yep. 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 Bernard, I got to. I'm sorry, I got to read this. Roz got all the Newark principals on his payroll. He only has to send out emails and never debate to keep Newark. Listen, Bernard, broken clock is right. What's the phrase?
Twice.
Like, yeah, like Bernard, sometimes you say things that I agree with, man. And he's right. Like, but like he does have a lockhold on certain groups and communities. But again, 92% of registered voters either didn't show up or didn't show up for him last election. And granted, it was during the pandemic, but that number keeps dropping election after election since his first one he won versus Shavar. So he went from getting 22,000, 23,000 to 14,000.
Hmm.
So like you said, they like it definitely is possible. Anyway, yeah, we
And
got 10.
I actually thought he could have he should have lost. I ain't gonna go out. He should have lost in 24. I ain't gonna go into that. Go ahead. Say what you about to say. 10 minutes left.
Wait, you have any stories from that 2014 election? We got 10 minutes left. And listen, we have 10 minutes left, y'all. If y'all have any questions, please put them in the chat. We're gonna get to them.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here at ShopRite right now in the Central Ward. No, it was this 2014. To me, I had fun running in 2014. Honestly, like I'm not a negative person. Like I would never. I'm not a person that even when I speak at council meetings, I don't attack people personally. I go to people based off of facts, data, and what it is that's happening in the community. 20, 2014, they was blowing up buses.
Yeah, see?
They were showing up to people's houses. Like it was like, damn, is it that serious?
See?
Is it that deep? Like it can't be that deep, bro. It really can't be that deep. Especially when
Yeah.
all y'all grew up with each other in the same neighborhood, same environment, know each other's families. Like, is this is
But
what we really
yo,
about
but
to do?
that's my point about like y'all y'all doing this to other Norkers. Like I saw you growing up. Like why we gotta come at each other like this? Like, but again, the person who just moved here 10 years ago, thriving in the city, working in the city, like we got to make it make sense. So yeah, it was a
Listen,
dog fight in 2014. Like those
listen,
stories is crazy.
listen. Once y'all see my doc, y'all gonna be like, dang. I'll talk about stories of, again, I'm not gonna say that guy name, but someone that works for LaMonica MacGyver. Let's just say that. I can say her name, right? She's a public official. Someone coming up to me telling me that, yo, he was like, yo, man, I want to come talk to you. Can you step outside? So I had to step outside to go outside the coffee shop. And I'm like, oh my God, what does this guy want? He's like, listen, man, so I want to tell you the things you post online can have real life consequences. And I'm like, all right. And he like for instance, they give me an example. Like, for instance, if you stand in the here and this coffee shop gets shot up, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, what you talking about? And then I
Again,
looked
like
at
these guys ain't really like again, like I think North politics make people think they gangsters.
I know. I know. He said that to me. He was like, yo, if this coffee shop gets shot up, I was like, yo, I looked him in his face. I said, listen, if I get shot, it's because my ancestors want me to get shot. That took all of the words out of him. He said, all right, man, and just walked away. And that was the last words I had to him. And then I went on Facebook and then I shared that update. Like, I reposted the old post and I'm like, yo, he just came up to me because my thing is this: if I'm going, if if y'all want to try to pump me, then okay, I'm really gonna act scared then because y'all really trying. So okay, I'm scared now, and right, I'm scared now, and I'm about to let everybody know I'm scared. But when you standing up for people, I think just dealing with that stuff may be normal. And again, my like the people I like look up to are like Fred Hampton and Malcolm X. So what I go through, like it's nothing compared to like what they had to go through. So
Yeah.
I'm just having fun, man. I'm just having fun. But you're right. It sucks that it's our people that we have to fight to help our people. Right? Like other cities is like they gotta like they're the only black person in the room trying to represent there are 5,000 black people that are in the city, but us, it's like we got to fight our own for the progress of our own, and that's what make Newark a special place. Y'all see any comments in here? Max says, "Mob runs politics and gangs run local politics. All bad business must go. Mobsters, time is up." Yep. And to speak on the educators and families firsthand. Yep. Mom on it. Has the candidate running for superintendent ever attended? Okay, so superintendent is appointed by the board, right, Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the school board is important because they vote and they select who they want the superintendent to be. Basically, they approve or they don't approve his contract. So Roger Leone is there until 2029,
Yeah,
28,
2030,
something like that.
2030.
or
2030,
2030.
2030.
Okay, so Roger Leone is there until 2030. For like, I don't know, like he's there now. I wanna like share love because he's responsible for our kids' futures, but a lot of people don't like him, man. A lot of people don't like that guy. Great conversation and forthcoming truth. Appreciate y'all. Yep, appreciate you too. Yo, Bernard want to know. Bernard said, "Wow, you interviewing from Walmart?"
Sure am. And I'm not at Walmart. I'm at ShopRite in the heart of the Century Ward, right on Springfield Avenue. If you want to come meet me.
You want to come meet me?
Sure am.
listen, chat. Thank y'all for even hanging out with us today. Next week we're gonna try again. How about you sponsor some books and teach your salary at Bernard? Yeah, at Bernard. How about you
Right.
do? Yeah, right. I'm a Catholic. Yeah, he's there to 2030. Unbelievable, I know. So my thing is like,
Oh, you a Catholic? Oh, okay.
we just gotta
No.
send him some. We just gotta hope he change, and hopefully the people can continue to put more pressure on him. Because I do think if you put pressure on Roger Leone, he feels it. He feels it for sure. I think so.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, ultimately, that's what I'm running on. One is
Yeah,
holding him accountable, but actually, like creating policies that make sense to people,
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
actually stand up for families and students.
yeah,
Like I do the work every day, working with kids in and around the city. So the challenges that the parents experience, I experience too, in that the school space. So it's no different. So
Yo,
again,
a day,
it's about
bro.
holding them accountable.
Yo, a day. If you want to do some, yo, we should start canvassing and all that, man. April 12th. That's close, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and and like you run it by yourself. So like last time you ran by a team, you're not running with a team this time.
It may look different this year.
Okay, 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 okay. National press would be a great help. I know, yo. We got that's the thing. All right, so real quick, I got 4 minutes. That's what I'm saying. It's like we can form some type of like we can form something to go viral where people are looking at Newark and like, look at what these candidates, like, look what these non-machine candidates in Newark are doing. And hopefully that
Hmm.
could get some national attention. So, chat, we know we mentioned the pledge, but if you have any ideas that can help us um unite, what was the word earlier? Synergistic independence. That was the
Yeah,
word.
something
Yeah.
like that. I got a screenshot.
Synergist
So,
Yeah, synergistic independence. We need a definition for that. And then maybe that's the move because like that maybe that's the only way to really like just take down a machine because you need those independent voices. Even how our government is set up, like the city council is really reactive. They haven't been forward thinking, and most of the vision usually comes from the mayor. But you also need an independent council to keep the mayor in check. So that's why I really don't want to run on a team to make it seem like I'm trying to put the people in office that's going to do what I say. No, I want other Norkers to have that a position, and we all come together collectively to create the right policies and the right laws to help our city. Synergistic independence. Yup. You guys are the fun candidates, and I'm gonna have fun. That's the thing, Bernard, bro. Like we can have fun on YouTube, but we're not gonna do that. And that's why you block because you think you got all the jokes, but you just coming in here with weird energy, bro. So if you're gonna keep coming in here with weird energy every week, then I'm gonna block you again. And again, they know you. I don't know you.
I got
I
So
jokes.
don't
like
know him. I just know
I,
he
I got
played with
jokes.
me.
I got jokes.
I got jokes. that's
You
that's what
you
I'm saying, bro.
you know I troll. You know I have no problem going back and forth with people on Facebook, and I you man look, I trolls when I
Yo, he
got when
called
I
us.
Yo,
sir.
one of my favorite lines from what's the name? My name is my name.
Yeah, yeah, word.
Man,
You guys are the fun candidates, and I'm going to have fun. See, man.
I'm gonna have fun
Listen,
too.
listen, Bernard. As long as you share our message, that's all. But if you're gonna come over here with weird energy, you know I'm gonna block you, bro, because we really on a mission and we really trying to help our people. And if you not with it, then Whatever, Bernard. I'm not spending no more time on you. But yo, this was fun. Yo, this was fun.
Right.
Let's get in the chat, see if we free next week again. We're gonna try to keep this slot, this 6 to 9:30 slot. Or
Next
no,
week is the
this
council
8.
meeting.
Next week is the council meeting, so we're not gonna be doing it. So we're gonna follow up the week after that. If y'all are available, please watch the council meeting. It is going to be available on YouTube. So this public meeting is where residents just speak. So you're just gonna hear a bunch of residents. They get 5 minutes each to voice their concerns. It's usually about 22 residents. So tap in and hear what other residents are talking to our council members about. But thank y'all. Thank y'all. It's 9:30. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Chat,
Peace,
thank
peace.
y'all. And we see y'all in 2 weeks. And follow us at on Instagram at North Star. We're gonna start creating more content there. So peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace out.